What's up, guys? Hope you're all feeling good today. Welcome back to the channel. It has been 3 months since I have played chess. Don't know if I posted a video back in December or not. I don't remember when my last upload was, but it's been 3 months since I've actually played chess. I took a long break. Honestly, see, I keep coming back to chess because I love it so much. You know, it's such a great game, and there's always stuff you can learn and try to get better, but I just get so frustrated with the game. It's just so hard. I mean, I hate losing, and on top of that, I think that my addiction to it, you know, is sort of unhealthy, and sort of the negativity that I feel when I lose, the frustration, it just builds up to such a bad degree that, like, it's just I probably should not be playing chess at all. But anyway, 3 months later, I'm back. While I'm here, I don't know how much chess I'm going to be playing right now. But while I'm playing a little bit of chess, let me share with you guys a game that I played. So, yeah, I won't be playing a game right now live. I will be just doing a game review here. So let me just do a review of a game I just played, because I thought there was an interesting position. There's some tactics to show. So let's just get right into it here. So I got the white pieces here. I always play the London with this setup, so I go for it. Nothing really too crazy out of the opening, but once we get to this position, this is what I want to talk about. So here, I move the bishop back. A lot of people just take. This happens quite a bit in the game, in the games that I play, but not everybody. You don't have to take. These guys can just stare at each other. Now, the thing about this bishop is it's only defended by the queen, and sometimes, you know, you'll see players like put their knight here and they lose a bishop. It doesn't happen very often at this elo, but mistakes are still made like that. And I mean, it's blitz, so we're playing fast. Sometimes you just forget, you know, you just whip out a move and you just completely blunder it. It happens. So I always hope for something like that. Now, another thing that could happen sometimes is they like play their knight out, I play a move, and then they put their queen out here, and they forget that the queen was defending the bishop, and then so I can just take for free, right? So I always hope in these positions for something like that. Now, what actually happened in the game here was they brought their knight out to f6. I decided to give a check with my queen, again, kind of hoping they would block and then forget about their bishop if they move the queen here or something. They did block with this. I put the knight here. Computer says just take that knight with the bishop. Oops, I hit the wrong button. My bad. Where was I at? Oh my god, I went way too far. What move was I on? How do I accidentally undo everything? That doesn't make any sense. Anyway, we got to a future position there. Sometimes controlling things here on chess.com is hard for me. Okay, so we get here. I guess the computer wants me to take, but whatever. I usually never take. So I give a check, goes here with the knight. I put the knight here. He should have just taken, but he brings the queen here. Now, this is kind of what I was looking for, right? And this is a major blunder by my opponent. Like, this is huge. Now, I want you... The tactic here is really, really advanced, and I missed it during the game. But knowing that this bishop no longer has a defender, you can use that against the opponent. So if you want to try to figure this out now, you can pause it. I'm going to share with you guys this tactic. So the computer says knight takes c4 is the best move. Why is this the best move? Because it defends against the queen. The queen wants to come down here and take on b2. So this is also attacking the queen. Now, you can't just move the queen back either, because you lose a bishop that way. Now, you're going to end up losing the bishop anyway. But at least in this position, it seems like, okay, you know, you can just take back, you know. So here, I would think, oh, free bishop. Like, I want to pawn that way. That's not the right move. That is not the right move. The right move here after they take with a pawn, they should take back with the knight. So again, so now you won 2 pawns, and now the queen could go do whatever, you know? Now you win the bishop back. So this is the right way to play this position, to win a couple of pawns there. But what did I do instead? So that's what the computer wants. That's why this was such a major blunder. Now, these games, guys, do not go the way the computer recommends them to go. I'm a bad player. My opponent's a bad player. These games can get pretty messy, especially because they're 3-minute blitz. So what actually happens in this game? I take with the knight here. Now, why is this not great? Because the opponent can take on b2. That's what they should do. Is that what my opponent did? No. And what would I end up doing here? Black is winning here, as you can see. What's the best move here? Is actually to bring the knight back here. Oddly enough, because that's a check. King goes to e7. Bishop takes. King takes. Queen comes back here. What's the problem with this? My knight is trapped. My knight's trapped. And, like, I mean, I have to, like, give it up. Like, there's nowhere for it to go. Okay. So that's that line. So there was another line I wanted to explore. So he took the bishop here. So let's talk about this. What my opponent just did here is a mistake. Why is it a mistake? Because I'm in the middle of trading a piece with him. So I say, let's take the knight, you know, you can take back or what. I mean, obviously my opponent would never do this in the game because, like, that's losing, because then I get a free piece. But, oh, you know what? I guess it does make sense for my opponent to do that. They're thinking they're losing the bishop, so they take. No, my opponent did the right thing, I guess. I guess that makes sense now that I look at it. But the point that I was gonna make, which is completely wrong now, I guess at this point, is that one thing you shouldn't do in chess, but I guess this is maybe not relevant here. You shouldn't initiate another. If you're in the middle of trading a piece, you shouldn't initiate another trade, because usually it can go south for you. Because I guess this is just the equivalent of me winning a piece either way. Because what I did in the game was I gave this check. So this gets my knight out of... So I took their knight. King moves here, then I took here. Is that what I did in the game? Yeah, that is what I did in the game. So effectively, I still won a piece here. I won the knight for free instead of winning the bishop for free. But, so like, I don't know. But it's always risky for them to do a trade in the middle of doing a trade. I don't know. It is what it is. I'm up a piece. He was losing the bishop anyway, but let's just say there was a position where I wasn't going to win their bishop for free. You usually shouldn't initiate a trade in the middle of doing another trade. That's not always a true point. But there was a line here. I'm trying to figure out where it is, where I actually just... Is it here? Where I thought, what if I come back? Yeah, it's not this line. It's not here either. There was a line where... Maybe he takes here? Okay, a line where he takes here, and I think, what if I just go back and defend this? This is not winning because... no, where was it? I just explored this a minute ago before reviewing the game. Because this is the game I just played. Like, I just got done playing this game. And I'm showing it to you guys. And I reviewed a line. Okay, what if I... Okay, I take here. What if he goes... Okay, so he goes here. I go here. Ah, this is the line. Right, this is the line I was looking at earlier. So I thought, so the computer recommends to go back here. And then here, but then I lose my knight. So I thought, why do I gotta lose my knight like this? Right? So I thought, what's wrong? I gotta show you guys this part. Like why not, after this, why not move my knight here? Because that's a check. It's because of this move. It's because of this nasty move. Defended by the queen. Now my rook's under attack, so I thought, okay, let's bring the queen back here. This is where they bring the bishop in. What's the point of the bishop going here? Well, I was looking at the analysis and I'm like, I was trying to figure out, like, why is this a big deal? Like, am I, like, okay, like, I made a blunder, obviously, earlier, but what if I do a move like this? What if I just randomly do, what's the problem? Bishop comes in, queen, see, this bishop being here prevents the queen from going here. Because if that bishop wasn't here, we could just trade queens off. But now, that's not good. And then, if I leave, then this is just like mate in two, so that's even worse. But yeah, that's the line I want to show you guys. Anyway, let's get to what actually happened in the game. Here, bishop takes. I come back. King moves up. I take. Now, he can still take on b2, which he did. I gave a check then. Traded off the queens. That was the best move. Pawn, push. I go to b5. Then he pushes this pawn in. So this creates an interesting dynamic with this pawn here. Now, look at the eval bar. I am winning. I had no idea during the game that I was winning. I felt good about my position in the game. So, keep in mind, neither me or my opponent, we're not playing very good. This was very scary. The fact that he might be able to push this pawn forward. So, I decided if I have both of my rooks covering the square, I should be good. So he kicks my knight out. Knight comes here. Pawn pushes. But I have this nice maneuver here to get my knight back. And this helps defend here. This knight comes forward. This knight was really, really annoying. I did not know what to do against this knight. I castle. He kicks that knight out. But I just go here. It's protected by the pawn. I thought this was a good move. King moves over. I kick the bishop back a little bit. Not the biggest deal. So I wanted to kick this knight around, but then he just goes here. And like that didn't seem useful. So I thought, how do I play this? First I move the knight away. Knight comes in, attacks my rook. My rook moves. Probably a better position for my rook, if I'm being honest with you. So that knight move actually maybe helped me. Push this pawn. My idea here is to push the pawn forward. King, pawn, kick the knight out. And that's basically what I do. I was not worried about this at all. In fact, I thought if he takes, I just take with the pawn. So I did kick the knight out. He goes down here. And I thought I could trap the knight, but the knight can always just come back here. Because that's defended. And I kind of forgot the knight could go there. So I was trying to trap the knight by going here. He takes. I did take with the pawn. He goes here. See, I thought the knight was trapped. I didn't even see this. For some reason, I was completely blind to this. But, because like this, I thought he was just completely trapped. He went there. I was like, oh crap, what do I do now? Let's start pushing the e-pawn. I do. Computer likes it. Take. And in this position, it's pretty much game over at this point. There's not really anything else to review for this game. I take this pawn, and it's a free pawn, right? So I'm just completely winning here. Opponent just completely sees that there's a free pawn. Rook takes the free pawn, and that's not a free pawn. I give this check, which is a fork of the rook, a free rook, and that's game over. Opponent resigns. I just want to show you this game because I really, really liked that dynamic at the beginning. You know, when we looked at some of this some of this stuff here. This was really, really interesting to me, and those couple of lines were super interesting. And then I thought it was a really interesting dynamic to have this pawn, kind of playing around this pawn, and this pawn being here, having this square controlled, and being able to put a knight there, and like counter attacking against this knight that was trying to like do some stuff. Like this was such an interesting, fun little dynamic, weird stuff going on here that I really, really enjoyed. It was an easy win though, I will say, but I have my fair share of poor games, but this was just one that was pretty straightforward. And then they just completely blundered in the end there. So anyway, that's a fun little game. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys hit the like button if you want to see more chess. I do appreciate you guys all being here. Take care of yourselves. See you guys next time.